Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Monday, November 10th, 2025. Well, today with a lot of aspects, but mostly positive energy. The sun today is at 18 degrees of deep, dark water signs, Scorpio, emotionally intense, psychically sensitive, given to passion in all things, and sometimes concerned with power issues as well. And the moon changes signs today. It moves through the latter degrees of ultra-sensitive water sign Cancer, and then moves relatively early in the day into, you guessed it, the grand and glorious fire sign of Leo. That's why I'm always in the gold when the moon is in Leo. While the moon is in late Cancer, it makes a harmonious flowing trine, fortunate flowing angle to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions. The last degree of it's a home sign of Pisces, so when the moon's at 29 Cancer, it makes that flowing trine to Neptune at 8:54 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 4:54 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That is nice and dreamy and creative and intuitive. Make use of that if you can. Shortly thereafter, the moon, still at 29 degrees of Cancer, makes a harmonious 60-degree sextile to Uranus, the planet of dreams and, the planet of chaos and sudden upsets, and that is at 29 degrees of Taurus. You recall that it moved back into the Earth sign of Taurus just a few days ago. 9:23 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when that's exact. 12:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5:23 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Very short void of course moon where no action is to be taken, and then the moon moves into Leo at 9:34 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 5:34 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And then, just a couple of hours later, it makes an opposition to Pluto, the lord of concentrated power, from 1 degree of Leo to Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius, and that is a little tricky. This is the only real nasty aspect during the day. Be careful not to get into power issues with people. It's a good time for doing some research and getting under the surface, but traditionally this is one of those don't do it if you can help it kinds of energies. 12:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when that's exact. 3:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8:16 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. 5 hours go by then, so we're in the latter part of the day into the evening now, and the moon makes a harmonious flowing trine to Mars, a planet of energy, from 4 degrees of Leo to Mars at 4 degrees of Sagittarius. This is good. This gives us some added oomph and energy going into the evening. 5:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when that's exact. 8:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 1:48 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Then the moon at 5 degrees of Leo makes a hard square, 90-degree angle to Venus, planet of love and affection, 5 degrees of Scorpio. This is a little tricky, what we want and what we may need, maybe two different things here, so easy does it. In the evening emotionally, 6:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 2:44 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And finally, late in the evening, the moon at 6 degrees of Leo makes a flowing trine, nice smooth angle to Mercury, the planet of communication, which has just turned retrograde at 6 degrees of Sagittarius. So this actually helps us rather than hurts us. 9:21 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 5:21 a.m. tomorrow. Greenwich Mean Time. So the evening ends on a good note, but it's quite a journey today. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. We're here to express ourselves when the moon is in Leo today. Now, you can have a reading with me if you go to my website, starpresence.net. Book it now, please. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what. Hey, moon is in Leo. It's time to shine.